All right, here's about 3 minutes of cowboy math on bottle calf hacks. Number one, day one, calf comes home, put it in a super hutch or a garden shed, someplace that you can stand up, because you're gonna have to bottle feed that calf. You don't want to stoop and go into a hutch. It'll stress out you, it'll stress out the calf. Stress kills calves. On about day three, when you move it to a hutch, use a bottle. Same thing at weaning. Don't put a halter on it, don't wrestle that calf. Just use a bottle of milk and it'll follow you. Day 6 to 9, okay, I like to put them on a bucket right away, so the first thing I'll do, about day 6, I'll put a bucket of milk in front of them. If they don't drink it, fine. Go feed your other calves, come back, dump it in a bottle, and let them drink the bottle. Never force feed a calf. Stress kills. Once they start eating on or drinking milk out of a bucket, at the end of it, put a little scoop of calf grain in there. They'll start eating it. Something else I do about day 3, take a handful of milk, about a spoonful in my fingers, let them suck that grain off. Grain and saliva are your best friends after colostrum. Now, if you got a calf that won't eat grain, take an old nipple, snip the end off of it, put a little grain in there. They'll eat that grain out of that nipple. And the first 2 or 3 weeks, even if you get them drinking out of a bucket, throw an old bottle in there, because when they're done drinking out of the bucket, they'll go suck on that nipple, and they live on saliva the first 2-3 weeks. That's what breaks down their food, so they still need to suckle. Okay, and then once they're cleaning up, put a little calf grain in the bottom of the milk bucket when they're done, because they'll be licking that bucket and they'll lick up some calf grain. The quicker you get them on grain, the better. If you have a calf that doesn't feel well, at some point, delay weaning for a week. Okay, from day 7 to day 12, if you have a calf that gets deathly sick, it's because it didn't get colostrum. Okay, that's not your fault. You're going to lose a calf or have a very expensive, poor calf. If you get more than 1 or 2 of those from a dairyman, you're going to have to find a new source of calves. That means they're not getting colostrum. Okay, so you're feeding calves along, you come along, there's a calf been drinking good. She leaves a quarter of her bucket or a quarter of her bottle. Okay, don't stress out. Go to your local farm store. You can buy a gallon jug of Pepto-Bismol for about $8. Give it a shot glass, mix it in with that milk, and do that the next 2 or 3 feedings with a shot glass. You're gonna catch that calf 2-3 days before it gets diarrhea and gets sick. Okay, so Pepto-Bismol, gallon jug. If you do have a calf with a little bit of diarrhea, I would put 3 cc's in the milk. Don't change anything else. Don't get all excited and go buy supplements. Don't jump in with that calf and give it shots. Keep it on the same, but use Pepto. If you need to, a little bit of penicillin. In my organic dairy care book, she talks about dolomite deficiency, calcium deficiency. A teaspoon of dolomite in the bottom of the calf bottle or on the bottom of the bucket once a week will cure that calcium deficiency. Great product. I use Purina Growina. I found it to be the most consistent grain. One thing you're going to want to do on the hot days is check your born on dates on the bags. It's be on the tape when it was made. If it's over about a month old, it'll get musty. Once you've weaned them, get a Rumensin block, Sweet Licks Rumensin block for weaning. That'll eliminate any ringworm, pink eye. Great product. You got to have a mineral block anyway, Rumensin. And one more time, I'm going to recommend the blog Calves with Sam. There you go. God bless you.